Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm Ursa Ryan, and we are in somewhat of a sort of, how do I put this, conundrum as to what we do next. We have got to the point where if you look at the grants, there aren't many grants that we can do or sort of speed through now that would actually sort of get us anywhere. I mean, cell block E, that's like, what is it, prisoner capacity to 500. That's all we're doing is just building the same extra cell there. Long-term and short-term investment are pretty useless. I've just picked up cell block E accidentally, I didn't mean to do that. Inmate nutrition research, I mean, like, that's a bit boring as well, really. Serve a single low-quality, low-variety meal for 2 days. But give it a try, see what happens. Otherwise, the sort of things we sort of can get to do now all come down the legal route. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've got a few things like, on the other side, taser rollout, guard towers, but also it's this sort of thing, death row. Baking a death row thing, small cells, that would be quite cool. Permanent punishments, reduce execution liability, things like this would be something that we could look into. Do we want to get a death row in our prison? Is that a sort of thing we'd like to do? The problem we've got, right, is that our bank balance is shocking. Like, for whatever reason, we just don't have that much money, and we're not making that much money either as well. I mean, you can see, look, days without incident, that's giving us quite a bit of money at the moment. Otherwise, we'd kind of be on neutral income at the moment. I mean, once you take into account the guard wages and all that sort of thing, and corporation taxes and whatnot, we're not making that much money. And the chances of being able to get to a point where we can do anything major in this prison is kind of a little bit rubbish now, because we just ran out of money. However, that doesn't mean that Prison Architect is done. No. We've sort of warmed up. We've got ourselves into a position where we're kind of like, yep, here we go, this is a prison. The prison's working fine, we're doing alright. But actually, we can choose to restart if we want to. And if we go to valuation, you can see, if I sell my bank now, right, I got a starting grant and I've taken some loan cash out from the bank at the moment, so that kind of negates the cash that I've got. But when you take into account prisoner capacity, staff, stocks and materials, fixtures and fittings, bricks and mortar being the big one, I've built quite a lot of stuff, I can sell the prison for $370,000. Now, what that would do is it would start me again in the game, and we'd start, instead of starting with 50 grand, we'd start with 420 grand. And what that means is that we can make a super prison. I mean, we're talking a prison that's like 3 times the size of this. And I think, you know what? I'm almost tempted to do that. I think that could be our next sort of challenge. You can see here we've got minimum security arriving, lots of stuff is happening, but our cash flow is just our big problem at the moment. We can't do much. We can take a maximum loan of 250 grand out. That could be something that would be possibly worth doing. We could build up our stuff. Yeah, should we do that? Should we just let's keep borrowing for now. We'll get to a point where we are, well, until we can't grow no more. Should we put it like that? And then we'll think about restarting. So at the moment, we'll increase the bank loan as we can, and you can see that interest per day is beginning to really fall now, but that's about the loan that we can afford. Actually, you know what, decrease. Yeah, we want to make sure our bank balance is green, because otherwise our loan rating is going to go a bit crazy. We've got 170 grand, right? Cell block E looks like it's the most sort of reasonable grant that we're going to be going towards. So really, we're talking about extensive expansion of the prison. What we need to do, and what I think we should do, is we should have a large increase in the capacity of medium security. We need to have a lot more scope to have medium security prisoners, and I think the easiest way of doing that is to have another wing down this way. Do you see? If we sort of push this corridor down to the left, we can make a new wing, and we can literally fill it up as best we can with the no-goods and the miscreants of society. We'll really increase our capacity where possible. Oh dear, everyone's just stealing everything. It's terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. Either that, or what we could do is we could experiment with making a second prison. We could potentially have one the other side of the road. I mean, I don't know. Is that something that could be worth doing? We could try and build around the lake. That could be quite a cool thing to do. I mean, we don't really have an easy corridor to get to the lake at the moment, but I think, I mean, where would we go? We'd have to sort of extend this corridor here, I think, wouldn't we? And go that way. But then there's a lake there. There's a, come on, Ryan. It's clearly a lake there. What are you doing? I think the best thing that we can do is to extend. Let's extend up north. Why not? Why not? How much is it going to cost? 30,000. Let's just do it. Let's just dive in. Why not? And we have bought a ton of lake. Okay, that's not the best place to buy. I think we're kind of accepting to the fact that maybe that's not going to do us very good. Okay, that's fine. Well, what we can do is we can then buy to the left. Let's buy one here and see what happens. Let's buy another load. Yep. Here we go. Now that's a load more space. Now this lake is a bit of a problem, but we could possibly. Can we build foundations on a lake? I don't know. No, it's blocked. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Let's get the planning tools out. So, the prison, as we know it, is going to expand, and it's going to go down this way. So, first of all, what we're going to do is the staff corridors can get down here. We've got storage here, so that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a staff door in the side of this storage here, just so that they can get out. And the reason being is that I need quick access to this area. I think that's going to be just for the building. I'm confusing myself now. I can't get my words out today. I really can't. Planning. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our walls and we're going to keep going down this way. This is the way that we're going to go. What we're going to do is we're going to have a supersized wing where possible. I think we should have a lot of the administration stuff down here. So we can have another canteen. We need to sort of think about another canteen. We need to think about another yard. But really, what we're going to do is we're going to design an area that can host 300 people. That's the idea. We want to get to cell block E where possible. Now, you can see this prison system here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prison cells along in a sort of row. And that's taking a 9 by 31 area. So we can sort of scope that out. If I put like a 9 by 31 area in like here, that's a 9 by 31 area. That's 10 prisoners. So getting 300 prisoners in is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think we need to think about having more dormitories. Do you know what I mean? We should have more shared cell accommodation, and I don't know if that's good. It could be. Whenever I read about prison architect and what we should do, having shared accommodation is literally like the #1 thing that's gonna give you problems. But really, we've had very little danger in our prison at the moment, right? It's been remarkably quiet and remarkably well run, I think. I mean, obviously I think I run a good prison, but I don't know. It just feels like it's all gone without really much of a hitch at the moment. So I think we can get away with it. Now, the problem we had with these ones is, for whatever reason, 3 people seems to be the maximum that a dormitory can take with this sort of size. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have slightly bigger dormitories. I'm going to design one that hopefully will take about 8 people. That's the idea. So I mean, if we sort of plan this out, if I draw some walls and stuff down, so you can imagine objects. Actually, that's a good point. We can just put them in. I've got a bunk bed here, and I've got, say, another bunk bed there, and then we could have a bunk bed here and a bunk bed there. Now, what would that look like essentially? Actually, you know what? Instead of having them in a line, we could have them sort of next to each other like that. That's good. So those are your beds. If I space these out a little bit more, like that, that would be perfect. Actually, no, I don't want to do that, because what I could do is I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prisoners in a cell, and what we've got is sort of an area down here that is for showers and drains, and we could have, you know, a shower facility here. We can have an area here that has sort of toilets and that sort of thing, and we might even have, I mean, that's sort of the size of cell that we're going to be having at the moment. So it's going to be like an 8 by 7. 8 by 7. How many regular cells would we be able to fit into an 8 by 7? That's the question. So that's an 8 by 7 now, or that way is an 8 by 7. We would barely be able to fit. It's definitely more efficient to do it like this. Definitely more efficient. Do we want to make it any better? Do we want to put anything else? Do we want to put TVs in? Do we want to put bookcases in? That sort of thing, to sort of keep everyone happy. It's tempting. It is really tempting, actually. What we could do is we could... So this is the sort of the shower area, and we could put toilets next to it. So have a sort of water area here. And this is the bit. So we'll have the break in here. And we can have the desks and the bookcases there. Do you see what I mean? And then that would be the cell size. And then we'd normally be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 cells in there. So we're still saving half the space. It's not the best. It's not the best. Maybe, actually, should we expand it a bit? If I were to expand to there, we could get to a situation where we could have 12 people in. Is that going to be too big? I think if we're going to give them stuff like showers and stuff, I reckon this is fine. Personally, I think we can fit this in. We are going to be laughing. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work. We're only going to have like 2 showers and 2 toilets. That might not be enough. We're going to have toilets either side of the showers just to keep the drains in check. That could be an idea. All of these bookcases. I think that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. But anyway, the sort of the moral of the story is that's going to be a 12 by 7 area. So we need to start planning out how this is going to work. If we have the corridor coming down here, and I think, to be honest, having corridors in this sort of fashion is not a bad idea. But 12 by 7, remember that? Remember that, people? 12 by 7. That's definitely what we're going to be doing. So what we'll do is we'll sort of put one here. That's the size of the cell. That's what it would look like. So we'd have one there, and then we'd have one there. And could we even fit in one here? 12 by 7? Yeah, we could. Great. That's perfect. We can have another corridor so that the corridor's sort of coming up this way. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to fit more in that direction. 12 by 7. 12 by 7. There we go. That's 2 blocks of cells, and actually we could get something going on here. So like that, and like that. Oh, which means that we'd have to have a corridor coming up this way, like so. Now, what does that mean for us? That's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84 prisoners available just in this little wing. I think this is going to be the way to do it. This is definitely going to be the way to do it. The important thing is that we keep a jail door here so that we separate the 2 areas off. And we also need to make sure that we've got administrative wing down in this direction as well, because we're going to need some serious space for this. Serious space for this, actually. In fact, we should probably think, where are we going to stick the yard? We could probably stick the yard up here. Around the lake. Actually, that's a good idea. When night stops, I can actually see what I'm doing. We'll sort of think about doing that. Remember, with the canteen, each table can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each table can have 8 people. So at the moment, this canteen is 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. That's 80 people's worth of canteen there. We need 4 times that size in canteen. So how much is this? It's a 19 by 13. So we're going to need a 26 by 38, right? 26 by 38? Bigger than this is what I'm saying. 26 by 38. That's about 24. That's the sort of size canteen we're going to need. Wow, that's big. That's big. So you know what? What we'll do is we'll sort of bring this on. And we'll have this. So this is going to be about this big, probably. We need the capacity though. We need the space to be able to expand later. I definitely think this is not a bad idea. We've got a storage room here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a kitchen, and this is going to be like super kitchen. It's going to be brilliant, like this. So this is where the kitchen's going to be. And as I say, we are going to need a big kitchen. Otherwise, this is not going to be big enough for us. So cells again. What was this size? We're going to have 12 by 7. Actually, is this still... Oh, it's annoying that I can't see where the lake is. Looks like we might be alright at the moment. Is it going to does it let me plan and draw plans in the middle of the lake? I know the lake's here. Yeah, it does. That's the problem. Let's have a look. Where's the lake? The lake, that's fine. We're fine there. We're fine there. So, what was it? 12 by 7. Yeah, 12 by 7. So we'll go 12 like that. And then that looks like that. And then again, another load. 12 by 7. 12 by 7. Ideally, what I want is a situation where... Oh, we've got too big a corridor here, haven't we? Oh, that's annoying. Hang on. I'm going to have to do that. Otherwise, it's going to just freak me out later. Hang on. Just moving the plans. There we go. That's so much better. Okay, good. What we can do is we can extend this. Basically, I want to have a sort of place where my guards can sort of make circular patterns. Do you know what I mean? Like actually do circular patrol routes. It's a lot easier to do circular patrol routes. Okay, you know what? I feel like we're building in the middle of the lake here. This is the problem. I'm just going to speed up time just so that we can sort of think about this a little bit more. Planning. Here we go. Here we go. Right, perfect. We have just about got away with it. Wow, that couldn't have gone any closer if we'd tried. Fair enough. So we'll go for some stuff here. That's good. Extend this down here. So really, we've got a lot of space here. This is going to be ample for now. I've just made the path too big again. What is with me today? Honestly, I just seem incapable of playing games. It really is just ridiculous. So 12, 24, 48. So what I need, essentially, is another 2 loads of this. We can do that. That's fine. That's fine. So we'll go 12 by 7, 12 by 7. And actually, we can be able to push back up north in a little bit, won't we? 12 by 7, 12 by 7. Got to think where the yard's going to go. Where is the yard going to go? The yard can probably go here, right? I think this is a good place to put the yard. To put, if we've got a pathway that leads to there. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this cell block off here for now. What we'll do is we'll have a corridor that sort of extends this way. Like so. I'm just going to be able to sort of hook up these places. Again, I can put jail doors in here just to make sure that we can segregate the areas, because remember, this is a minimum security wing. We don't want people getting involved there. But this is going to be the yard, and I think this is going to be a fantastic yard. So we'll have just sort of the yard up here, right? We'll take up as much of the space as we can. I think that's going to be the best way of doing it. So keep on drawing the cells. Like this. So the next wing's going to be, we'll have another 12 by 7 up here. Oh, 24 I should say. I think these are going to be fine, right? Have I done this too big? Hang on. This is what happens if I rush it. 12 by 7, 13 by 7. Yep, I have. God's sake, Ryan. Come on. Put it together. What are you doing? And then 12 by 7 was that. Right. Fine. Fine. The corridor will come down this way. Like so. And the corridor will come down this way, and the corridor will come down this way. And the idea is that we're sort of making a space where we can easily expand this prison at a later date if we need to. I think that's the important thing here, is being able to expand at a later point if we need to. 12 by 7, 12 by 7. There we go. Well, actually, I could probably make pretty good janitary areas. We need some more cleaning cupboards and stuff, right? I think to actually, you know what? Take these out. I'm going to make this into a sort of cleaning area. So just go 12 by 7 up here. This will be all like a cleaning area. And we'll have that sort of wall there. There we go. Okay. That's perfect. We've got the yard, got the canteen, got the kitchen, got the cells. We've got 1, 2, and then we just need a few more cells and we're sort of there. And we're laughing. So hang on, we'll go 12 by 7, 12 by 7. This path will go up this way. But for now, we'll tail this corridor off there. Good? Agreed? Fantastic. Right, let's see how much this is going to cost. This is going to be ridiculously expensive. Our bank line is almost at the maximum we can afford, unfortunately. So if we can't afford this expansion, we've gone too big, and it's going to go very badly wrong for us. So let's just have a... Oh, this is going to be expensive. Actually, that's not so bad, actually. We can get away with this. Yeah, let's do it. This is the biggest expansion that's been ever seen in the history of Prison Architect. This is big scale infrastructure here. We are really on the course to go big. To go big or go home. And then we'll build this down here. Like that. What we've got to do is we've got to make sure we don't build the foundation into any of the pre-existing walls. Like that, good. Staff, do I want to get a few more workers? You know what? Probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll do. 35 workers. It's a big infrastructure project though, it's fine. We don't mind that. We've got a door here, so it will actually sort of recognise that this is an area, which is good. And what I want as well is I want to put the large jail doors in. Remember, whenever you build something on a large scale, doesn't matter how big it is, you want to make sure you put in the doors first with priority. So we'll put a jail door in there. I'll put a jail door in there. And put a jail door in there. Good. Good, good, good. This is just a mad level of expansion. Look at all this. We'll leave them to it for now. Thank you very much for watching. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of let it skip ahead between videos. And when we come back, we're going to have a huge extra wing on the prison. So until then, I'll see you next time. Bye!